Y'all beef is with anime overall? Yeah, right. You niggas was mad solely at Dragon Ball Super. Like we explained to certain people that talk about how certain arcs should have ended the show entirely. What they really be doing or exposing, unbeknownst to themselves, is the fact that it's something at that point that they wish didn't happen. It's something at that point that marked their ass out. And they be trying to hide that. So they be saying things like the show should have ended at this point in time. Maybe the show should have ended at the point in time of the Cell Saga. And I said, well, knowing that you're a Gohan fan, I see that what you're trying to protect is Gohan's ass from getting throttled, getting spanked up by Goku and Vegeta, and exposing the fact that this nigga cannot sustain a lead if his life depended on it. Even a massive one. He could never stay stronger than these guys. It made us understand that time in the room of spirit and time wasn't really a conveyance of Gohan's body gains, but of Goku's influence. It makes sense. It's also consistent with the fact that future Gohan, who trained for not 1 year, but 20 years, still continued to keep getting packed out by the same person or by the same set of people. It didn't matter how many times he went to the drawing board and came back, he never found anything that was successful enough to alter what was happening. He was getting dropped every time. And now you got certain people talking about where the show should have ended. A lot of these people are Vegeta haters. They can't stand when he comes out on top in Dragon Ball Super. He definitely did that. It's almost like he came back for all the respect that he always should have had. These niggas getting extremely mad. The GT fans were the loudest. Constantly voicing their discontent to the point to where we marking out niggas like Laughing Stock Media, Black Sasuke, even niggas who, just feel like hierarchy wise, they want to hit against Dragon Ball Super because Dragon Ball Super was doing its thing. But like I said, man, shut up with all that. Don't nobody care about how mad you is when something happened. As a Vegeta fan, what I can say is it didn't matter to me what was happening at the end of the arc. At the end of the Cell arc, Vegeta was grieving. And it didn't bug me so much that I couldn't prove you niggas was wrong about saying that Vegeta actually would never fight again. I'm like, well, he's grieving. You know what I'm saying? Probably be, no, that's headcanon. Okay, whatever. And they'll probably surpass Gohan again. No, shut up, nigga, that's headcanon. So it was like, it's cool. Y'all got the ability to denounce that. But when the show continues to move on, watch how fast those same niggas will be voicing their discontent at the truth being told. Yeah, because that's all it is. The truth is then told, and you find out that you were wrong. So when they find out that they're wrong, they're so salty. Now we can get into the doors of Dragon Ball GT and where they get so damn mad because Dragon Ball GT was kind of living off the fumes of a suggestion that was never true. Dragon Ball Super came out and corrected those niggas, and now they're kind of upset about it. I cannot care. You guys talk massively about Super Saiyan God versus Super Saiyan 4. One, a nigga got a space lemur, hooked him up with his son who could transform like Oolong into a pair of pliers. Just go get Oolong, nigga. I get it. Everybody under the baby mess. You really needed those pliers. you absolutely had to have those, right? Elder Kai couldn't just poop, but hey, get the pliers, connect them to Goku's butt, pull that tail out, boom. Oh yeah, that warrants a transformation. But here we are actually having a discussion of why it was okay to bring in Super Saiyan Blue, despite Goku and Vegeta finally training together. And this being a Vegeta who doesn't feel toxic about it. Yes, he still wants to be number one. Yes, he acknowledges that you are both in the same career field, but he now says that, hey, I do believe that I am number one, that I can be number one. I can admit when I'm not and know that I have to do the work for it. That's a respectful thing. That's a noble thing. That's a philosophy that Goku also shares. But even when I surpass you, I'll continue to keep working. It ain't just about you. I'll continue to keep working to surpass anybody that's above me. Right? He's having fun now with the thirst for the lifestyle. So it was like, okay, development. And y'all can still participate. It didn't destroy who he was. That's development. I'm glad that the story of Dragon Ball, the canon story of Dragon Ball, was smart enough to understand that, was smart enough to be able to teach you guys that even despite the things that you wanted to claim because of Dragon Ball GT not having a hold of its characters. Vegeta, you said, was okay with himself all the way up until the end when he wasn't. then you had a problem with that. But here you are mad about the Saiyan God ritual, which in my personal opinion kind of validates all of the decisions and choices that niggas made to make it this far. You know, all of the characters coming along and being upon the path and this, that, and the third. That was the only thing that I thought kind of entitled Goku to be the Super Saiyan God choice. Although it's also like, look, bro, you don't retain credit for the choices that I made in life, that I chose to this, that, and the third. But I do understand sharing a part of his value with him. Like, hey, he believed in giving them a second chance to this, that, or the third. And now you got this many righteous Saiyans enough to do the God ritual, which was also dope. But it also showed like it was in history as well. You got steamy streamers talking about there's no lore behind it, but there's no lore behind Super Saiyan 4. You know, you talking about great apes is not Super Saiyan 4 lords, you know. So Dragon Ball Daima, I thought was definitely dope, flat out. You know, if Elder Kai had done what Neva did, it would have actually been better. So I think that Daima handled it better. The canon handled it better because, you know, Daima moves into Dragon Ball Super. And even though Shavar Matner has been trying to convince niggas that it doesn't, because this makes Dragon Ball Super so damn powerful. And the fact that, yeah, and it put Super Saiyan 4 in its place and Goku has all this. But look, y'all, they literally told us that Dragon Ball Super is about to start showing you elements that were in Dragon Ball Daima. What that means is you're probably going to see Goku using the Super Saiyan 4, Vegeta using the Super Saiyan 3, and you can expect it to fit in like that. It's not going to be that Super Saiyan 4 is stronger than MUI, though. Cut that out, right? So all of that talk about it not being connected, but you bought to find out it is like I said you was, that's going to have y'all niggas tooted up. And we going to be here to talk about it. Make sure y'all niggas liking the video. Make sure y'all subscribing. We're going to continue to be here.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.